Hi, I'm Tamara with Ohio EPA. On April 18th, 2022, Ohio EPA established new requirements for businesses that process construction and demolition debris, which are commonly known as C&DD processing facilities. This video will focus on the general requirements for C&DD processing facilities that do not operate within the facility boundary of a licensed C&DD landfill. These are known as standalone C&DD processing facilities. So if you currently operate a standalone C&DD processing facility or you plan to establish one, please join me for the next few minutes as I provide an overview of the new requirements. Although it's expected that most standalone C&DD processing facilities will be subject to the new requirements, there are some exclusions. The first exclusion is geared towards smaller processing operations. You may meet the rule exclusion if your standalone processing operation consists solely of containers with an aggregate volume of 50 cubic yards or less, and if the C&DD material never hits the ground or any working surface and is never placed on equipment that's used to process C&DD. If you meet all of these conditions, then you would be excluded from the new C&DD processing facility requirements. Additionally, if you're simply transporting C&DD in portable containers from a location to either a C&DD processing facility or a C&DD landfill, as long as the C&DD remains in containers and is not stored for more than 7 days, then you would also be excluded from the new C&DD processing facility requirements. If you don't meet either of these rule exclusions, then you are a standalone C&DD processing facility that's subject to the new requirements. So let's talk about what's needed. The main requirements for standalone C&DD processing facilities are to submit a permit to install or PTI application, submit a license application, and to obtain a certified operator for your processing facility. New standalone C&DD processing facilities need to have the PTI and license issued before they can establish the processing facility. Let's take a look at the permit and license application requirements in a little more detail. A completed PTI application form is required to be submitted. The form can be found on our website and is also easily accessed by scanning the QR code provided. In addition to a completed application form, the PTI application also includes additional items. The processing facility design plan is a big part of the PTI application. The design plan must include all of the information that's specified in the rule, so it's important to review the rule and make sure your plan meets all of the requirements. The processing facility design plan must also be prepared and signed by a professional engineer or PE registered in the state of Ohio. A fire prevention and response plan is also part of the PTI application requirements. The plan must also be sent to your local fire department, and your application needs to include a letter from the fire department stating they will respond to fires at your processing facility. The PTI application must also include a draft financial assurance mechanism. This is the instrument that you plan to use for your processing facility, which you will establish and fund when applying for your license. You'll need to fund an amount equal to your cost estimate, which is calculated in the PTI application form. If your cost estimate is $5,500 or less, then financial assurance is not required. In addition to the PTI application, standalone C&DD processing facilities must also submit a license application. As a reminder, new standalone C&DD processing facilities need to have the PTI and license issued before they can establish their processing facility. The license application requires some basic information about your processing facility. Additionally, the financial assurance needs to be established and funded before the license can be issued. The amount funded needs to be at least equal to the cost estimate. Also, since the new rules require that standalone C&DD processing facilities have a certified operator, you need to include the name and ID number of your operator on the license application. The new rules require that a certified or interim operator be reasonably available each day during operation. To become a certified operator, You must have at least 12 months of day-to-day operational work experience at a C&DD landfill, C&DD processing facility, or solid waste landfill, and 10 hours of approved education training. A list of approved trainings can be found online. Once you've met the education, training, and work experience requirements, an operator certification application can be submitted to Ohio EPA. Please note that operator certification lasts 1 year and must be renewed. If you don't have a certified operator yet, you can designate an interim operator for up to 1 year. To become an interim operator, please submit the interim operator notification form to Ohio EPA. Now that we've discussed the requirements, let's go over some logistics. First, once you have your PTI application and license application complete, who do you submit them to? Your PTI and license applications are submitted to your permitting and licensing authority, which can either be Ohio EPA or your local health department if they've been approved by Ohio EPA to implement the C&DD program. If you're not sure whether your permitting and licensing authority is Ohio EPA or the health department, you can reach out to us for help, or you can simply scan the QR code provided to see if your local health department is approved. There are also fees that are submitted to your permitting or licensing authority with both your PTI and license applications. For the PTI application, a $1,000 application fee is required to be submitted with the application. And once your PTI has been issued, there's a $2,000 issuance fee that's due within 30 days. It's also important to know that the PTI needs to be renewed every 5 years. There is a $100 application fee that's submitted with the license application. Additionally, once the license has been issued, there's a $650 issuance fee, which is due within 30 days. It's also important to note that the license is renewed annually. This session provided a brief overview of the new requirements for standalone construction and demolition debris processing facilities. If you need any additional assistance with the PTI or the license application, you can reach out to Ohio EPA's Division of Materials and Waste Management staff. If you need help with other environmental compliance issues that may pertain to your facility, please contact our Office of Compliance Assistance and Pollution Prevention for free and confidential help. Thanks for watching and have a great day.